at this hour. Now, investment bank and financial services group United Capital has reported a surge in its profit after tax, which rose by 111% to 24.1 billion naira in 2024. The company also recorded a 5% decline in gross earnings in the same period. Ejikeme Okoli, the Director of Strategy and Africa Operations at United Capital Group, joins me to unpack the results. Ejikeme, thank you so much. Pleasure to have you on the show with us today.
A pleasure as well.
Stellar earnings, looking at the top line, profit after tax, or profit before tax, up 74%, profit after tax up over 100% to 24.1 billion. Walk us through the revenue profile, where you, talk to us where the earnings came from and what's most important to note.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. It's great to be on the show. 2024 was a very stellar year for United Capital from the numbers you just reeled out. Revenue drivers were mainly driven by income from managed funds, which is the investment we pull from the general public,
right.
Navigating the interest rate environment, knowing how tough it was in 2024 with exchange rates, inflation rates, all at levels where made it difficult to do business. But we're so glad that we advised our clients and helped them navigate that tough environment. So it's their patronage that actually delivered those numbers. Income from managed funds were up over 80%. So also were our fees and commission earnings,
right.
Usually fees from the funds we pull together, as well as advisory fees, because we operate diverse businesses.
Right.
We also had a surge in trading income, trading and investment income. Where you saw a slight decline was in other income, largely because we had to exit some foreign fixed income instruments that were underperforming, so we decided to take the hit in 2024. But our bottom lines, which is most important, saw a stellar growth of 74% to 30 billion and over 111% to 24.1 billion in terms of profit after tax.
And what investors want to see and hear is that proposed dividend. But before then, there was a previous 2-for-1 bonus share, correct me if I'm wrong,
sure.
and an additional 90 kobo rather.
Yeah.
This is the first time you're doing that?
Yes, first time we did that in 2024.
Right.
It's in line with our philosophy of creating shared prosperity for stakeholders. And in this case, it was shareholders who benefited the most. 2024 was the best year to be a United Capital investor. By just doing nothing, you just had your wealth triple, because for every share you had, the company was benevolent enough to add an extra 2 without diluting
right.
shareholder ownership. So that alone had tripled the wealth for our shareholders. In addition, we paid 90 kobo on 6 billion units of shares, amounting to 5.4 billion in half year. And by full year, we paid additional 50 kobo on the new shares outstanding of
right.
18 billion. So all in all, if you look at it, it's 2 naira 40 kobo technically that United Capital paid for the 2024 financial
right.
year.
Now that was 2024. Obviously, mixed environment, difficult, great at the same time. Obviously, numbers say so. But let's talk about 2025, the environment, interest rate environment. The fixed, we're seeing yields, tapering a little. The government sort of, at least the monetary authorities, led by the monetary authorities, trying to shift the strategy a little, obviously because of the impact of debt service and all of that. So talk to us about the environment that you're expecting this year. We're seeing some green shoots also on the broader macro front. But what are you expecting in terms of the environment?
I think 2025 will be a slightly better year in terms of the operating environment than 2024. At least there's a bit more certainty in the operating environment. The government's direction is clear. Maintain exchange rate stable at the levels where they are now. If you look at the 2025 budget, exchange rate was the assumption was 1,500 naira to a dollar.
Still hovering around that.
And that's where we kind of where we are now. So it gives businesses an incentive to project, at least for the near term, where exchange rates will be. In terms of the interest rates, while the Monetary Policy Committee held rates in its last meeting, at least that for the optics, it lets foreign investors know that Nigeria is still a good investment destination. While at the same time, we've seen yields taper because the government is also conscious about not allowing unnecessarily high cost of debt servicing. But for us, it's just to help our clients navigate the operating environment. Both the capital market in terms of the debt market and the equities market present very huge opportunities for any discerning investor. Nigeria is the best place to invest any amount of money you have right now, whether it's in local currency, the naira, whether it's foreign currency, because we've seen exchange rate stability. It becomes easier to project. equities market still holds huge opportunities. We're in earnings seasons. We're starting to see corporate actions and earnings being declared around this period. So it lets investors know where they can find good returns for their funds. And on the debt side, looking at the broader emerging markets, Nigeria still has one of the highest interest rates. So to the discerning investor, it's still good times to invest in Nigeria with less fears around devaluation of the local currency, the naira.
So there's a lot of comfort compared to 2024, stable local currency, monetary authorities that appear to have a handle on, some macro indicators.
Sure.
Are you changing? Would you be changing strategy? I mean, Africa as a whole, where else do you have your eyes in?
Okay, for us, I would interest you to know that last year we secured an operating license to conduct investment management business across 8 Francophone West African countries. So that means we'll be helping our clients, navigate the broader global investment landscape beyond the shores of Nigeria. So it also helps our clients diversify their earnings, diversify their risks. It also exposes both the company and its clients to new opportunities. It shows we are increasing our capacity, we're increasing scale, we're increasing reach. Even our employees now have a new lease of opportunities in terms of where they can add value beyond the shores of Nigeria. So we're becoming a bigger institution, more globally focused while operating locally, and at the same time also helping clients navigate global investment dynamics a lot more effectively, because you would expect that not Nigeria alone will be impacted by certain outcomes in the global macroeconomic environment. What presents a challenge in one economy presents an opportunity. Yeah, in another.
But I mean, for the global fund, it's certainly going to be an interesting one this year. But we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Ejikeme, for talking to us today. Appreciate your time. Ejikeme Okoli, Director of Strategy and Africa Operations at United Capital Group, unpacking the company's earnings. So take a quick break. Closing bell, West Africa. We'll return shortly. Join us again.